Hey everyone, and welcome to the Rocket Channel. Today we're going to talk about how to stay on top of the Microsoft 365 changes like a pro. So we're going to go through some slides here, and I'm going to show you how to stay up with these changes and how I stay up with these changes on a weekly basis. First of all, we're going to take a look at the Message Center. The Message Center, this is a place where you can learn about official service announcements and feature changes. There are messages that you can read in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, the admin mobile app, or you can also subscribe to weekly digest in email. You can also share these messages with others in your organization when you see a message someone should act on, or you can actually sign them up to receive notifications. One of the best practices I like to do is if you have a Microsoft team that is for admins or if it's for a specific service, and you want people to be aware, you can actually subscribe that team and create a service communication API to retrieve those messages and push them into Teams, which is a really cool thing. The other way that we're going to talk about today is targeted release. So you can sign up for target release yourself and select a group of individuals at your organization. You have to be a global admin to sign up yourself or select a group in your organization. This allows you to get the latest Microsoft 365 updates before anyone else in your tenant. And then you can inform and train your users on the new experience. The next thing we're going to look at is we're going to talk about the Microsoft 365 roadmap. And this is how you can learn about features that have been launched, that are rolling out, or in development, have been canceled, or previously released for numerous amount of products. Actually, Viva is the newest one, Microsoft Viva. So there is a roadmap for Microsoft Viva now. So I'm going to take you into what this Microsoft 365 roadmap is and how you can set up a quick way um, to actually work in the roadmap. Last but not least, the Microsoft blogs and also the community. So you can visit the Office blogs, the Microsoft Tech community, and also the Microsoft community to learn more details about changes in the platform. And you can share experiences with others. You can go to the blogs and ask questions. There's blogs out there you can go and ask questions. There's forums that you can go look at. We're going to take a look at those, and I'm going to show you how I keep up with those and how I go in and answer questions for various topics and users as well. So let's get started. Firstly, I'd like to show the Microsoft 365 Admin Center here. You can go here by typing in admin.microsoft.com, or you can go to the waffle and click on admin, and it's going to take you here the same way. So under the health menu here on the left hand rail. When you click on health, you can see the service health, you can check network connectivity, but you can also drill into the message center. So what the message center is a way for you to keep up on what's important and what's changing in the tenant. There's a lot of things that Microsoft pushes to the message center, things like around services, different services from Exchange, general announcements, apps, bookings, forms, Intune. There's a whole plethora of apps that you or products that you can go through here and trim down and filter and look at. Hey, this is a new design for Yammer Discovery and Digest emails. So this is last updated on this day. You can drill into it and actually see the information on the right-hand rail here that flies out. So it gives you a nice title, gives you some options where you can archive, share, copy, mark as unread. You can actually go through it. A lot of these messages will give you a link to the roadmap. So this is a nice thing, or a link to an article or a forum or a blog that can provide more information about this specific announcement. So notice here it gives you some nice images down here at the bottom as well. So you can copy a link to this. The way I like to share these is when I click share, you can actually enter up to 2 email addresses separated by a semicolon, and you can actually subscribe them to this message, or you would like them to receive an email as you see here in the selection. So they will receive an email about this change, and they can go on there and take action or look at additional information. Another way that you can do this is you can actually subscribe folks to this as well. So if you wanted to subscribe them, the same thing, you would click share, you would add up a couple things, and you can subscribe them to, you can subscribe them to that specific preference. So let's look at the preferences. So preferences here is you can have a custom view. So let's say I'm a collaboration guy. I don't need to know about identity. I don't need to know about mobility and security, AIP. I'm going to uncheck Intune, some other things. I can actually save this and I can change the preferences where it only shows me what I want to see. So you can actually make some changes to that. The other thing is this is where you want to get email preferences. So I can actually change where I want these preferences to go. So if I want to start receiving the changes to my tenant, I can add my email address. I can add multiple email addresses. And I can do that. And I can also add which email I want to get. So I want to get emails on major updates, and I can choose the various of selections here. So I don't want to know about all these other things. I don't want to know about Defender. I don't want to know about Intune. I only want that core productivity information. So I want to save it, and now it's going to subscribe. Nope, there's an error. So the error is probably because I don't have. Here we go. So now the changes were saved. It's going to take up to 8 hours, but I'm going to get an email whenever there's a change to the message center. So this is a really nice way to keep up with changes on your tenant. You can archive these as well. You can look at the archive and you can look at to see if there's any messages. But this is the message center. Notice you can go to different service tabs. I want to see what's coming out for booking and Yammer, or I can want to just select bookings. I can uncheck Yammer. So this is a nice way to keep up with things on your tenant. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. Let's look at the preferences, right? So let's look at targeted release. So you have to be a global admin to make these changes. So within the admin center under settings and organizational profile, if you click on org settings, you can go to organization profile. This is where you would go to look at your release preferences, right? So you would check it out. So in this case, I have standard release for everyone, which is great. I can actually just make sure that standard you can check standard release for everyone. I had targeted release for everyone, apologize. Or you can do targeted release for select users. And so what that does, that allows you to select the users. So I want to select the users that I want to have targeted release. Save, and then in the UI here shows you which users are currently on target release. So this is a really nice way to do that. You can do this by group as well. You can upload the users. You can upload a list of users if you want. This is a nice way to keep up with it. I want to show you another way to do this. So the third thing that we want to talk about is a roadmap. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to actually save a favorite menu on the roadmaps that I want to see. So if I wanted to go see the roadmap for a stream, I saved the roadmap for the product for Microsoft Stream. I can quickly go to Stream and review the changes. The nice thing about the roadmap is you have these filters already that you can define. So notice here maybe I only want to see the last things that are updated within the last week. I can actually make a selection and see that these things were updated in the last week. I would suggest creating a browser favorite for roadmaps, and that will help you get to these roadmap items faster. Notice here you have in development, you have rolling out, and you have launched. So I can see all the things that were launched within OneDrive and what's release cycle. So single sign-on with Office, there's some nice things with OneDrive. I would recommend this as well. So the same thing with blogs. So same thing with blogs. I would create a category here where you can go to a blog very quickly, and you can go look at the latest blogs for each of the products here. So notice here I went to the Stream blog. I was able to see this is the last update for Stream, and I can go through there first as well. So I can go to either one. Yammer blog. I like Yammer. Very, very active proponent of Yammer. Here's what's new in Yammer in April 21. Same thing. I can quickly go to Teams, and I can go see what's the latest and greatest in Teams. Within the Microsoft community, there are things, not only blogs, but there are also these community hubs. These community hubs are a good way to help understand various things within the community as well. So you can go through, this is the most active hub. So we can go Microsoft Teams. We can go look at this community and we can see what this is. So a community hub, remember, it is a kind of a collection of these other components. So whether you have blogs, forums, AMA, those different types of things, these are discussions that you can go to as well. So this is a really nice way to get more information as you need and ask questions. And that's it. That's all I got for today. I want to thank you for joining the Rocket channel, and I hope to make more content soon. Please let me know, subscribe to my channel. Let me know your content. If you like the content, what kind of content you want, please let me know. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.